Well, do you recognize this face? Indeed, a classic movie so many of us loved, especially The Talent Scout. Yeah, he was happening. Well, John Lovitz has created some of the most outrageous characters seen on TV and in movies, and his star is shining bright at the Comedy Works this week. We're happy he could stop by this morning. John, my goodness, it's so good to meet you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Yes. Well, I'm going to start with this. We heard you on the radio, and you were talking about avatars getting married. I want to know all about this.
Well, people, they ask me, how do you come up with material for my stand-up show? And I go,
yeah.
well, you know, I look at the news a lot, read stuff, and something pops up in my head that I'm like, what's that? Anyway, so last week I read about a man from Japan, and I know he's lonely, very lonely man, which is sad.
Okay.
So he ended up falling in love with it's like an avatar. It was like a 16-year-old girl who's like an entertainer, but it's a computer-generated
yes.
thing. So he married it.
Okay.
So obviously, I don't think she knows she's married to him. But,
well, how could she?
No, so they called the guy Fictogender. I'm like, you know, I've heard of tractor love. I understand that, but at least that's there. This thing is not even in your house. It's just on the screen. But he goes, no, I'm in love and I'm married to it, and she never lets me down. And and you're like, but it's not it's
an avatar.
Yeah,
it's an
like,
animation.
It's like me going, I married Pepe Le Pew, you know.
And this is legit. Like
well,
he married.
I married Pepe's sister.
Okay.
But yeah, it's legit, and a lot of people in Japan are doing. It's called Fictogender. They're in love with fictitious characters.
Well, again, we were just talking about this earlier.
I just want to see their kids.
You know what? That's probably going to be invented sometime in the near future. But, you know, my kids play Roblox. They invent avatars all the time. So this makes me a little scared. Well, aside from avatars, what's the funniest thing you have noticed lately? Like, what has jumped out in your world and you've just laughed at it?
Well, just the whole, how everything's changed.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk about my act, but like in the 60s, you know, everything was going along from the Eisenhower years, and the hippies came, and there's the generation gap and a big social change. So to me, it's happening again today. So there's stuff that I always took for granted, like, you know, and now people get mad. Like I took for granted that only women can have children, and they're like, no, men can have babies now. And I'm like, all right, and I took for granted that when the sun goes down, it gets dark and water's wet, and apparently not anymore. So it's just I talk about it. And, you know, I think it's good that things change and people make their mark, and you have to kind of expand not your consciousness, but be open to new things, you know. And so, but it's, to me, it's so extreme that I don't get it, but, you know, so you talk about it, you know. But I also talk about saying, you know, just because I don't understand something doesn't mean it's not valid, and you should respect everybody.
Yeah.
Treat everyone with respect, whether they, you know, are like you or agree with you or not, you know.
I think nowadays we all just have to be cool with whatever comes at you, because that's kind of how it is. Okay, let's go back to A League of Their Own, where you played the Talent Scout. Loved it. My dad loved your character. It seemed like a natural extension of you. Am I like completely off, or did you kind of find yourself naturally in that character?
Lowell Gans and Bob LeMandu wrote League of Their Own, and they just celebrated its 30th anniversary, not 30 years ago, and Turner Classic Movies, TCM, they had a big film festival in Los Angeles, and they closed with A League of Their Own.
Oh,
and so they showed it at Grauman's Chinese, so seeing it again was great. But Lowell Gans and Bob Mandel, they wrote the part for me. So I'm not like that, but it fit my sense of humor.
Yeah, it was written for you. Well, I loved you, and that wedding singer, oh my goodness. Okay, what would Johnny Flanagan say about Denver? We're taking it back to Johnny Flanagan.
Or
All right,
Tommy
we gotta wrap. We gotta
Flanagan.
wrap.
Yeah, it's Tommy Flanagan. It's
Tommy
Flanagan, but he
Flanagan.
lies about his name.
Oh God, well he lied about everything.
I don't.
What would
I'm
you
not
say
good
about
at
Denver?
making it. It's the best city in the world. Yeah, that's it. In
Okay.
fact, it never even snows here. It's fake snow.
It's fake
In
snow.
fact,
We
it's
make it
rain.
snow.
It's rain that identifies as snow. Yeah, that's the ticket.
John, it's a true pleasure to have you in studio. Don't go because I'm going to chat with you. All right, just so you guys know, get your tickets because tonight, Saturday, April the 30th. For tickets and more information, go to comedyworks.com.